All right, guys. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Benjamin McCray here, going live. Hopefully, everyone is having a beautiful Monday. Had an amazing weekend. Hopefully, you had a great weekend, a productive weekend. I know some of you have received some amazing surprise cash blasted into your bank accounts in these last few days, guys, which is exciting. The government has decided to stimulate individuals' economies, their bank accounts, which is pretty awesome. But I've had my phone blowing up with conversations of individuals asking me certain questions, and I just wanted to go live today. Here's the deal. Again, Benjamin McCray, for those of you who are just hearing from me and stumbled across my YouTube page, I say welcome, subscribe to my page, share this information, and I will certainly strive to bring great content to you on an ongoing basis. I love finances. I love entrepreneurship. I'm all about cash flow. So here's the deal. It's a great thing that individuals are receiving a stipend, a gift of $1,400. Some people I know, some folks got $2,000. A couple of people got $5,000 dropped into their bank account, and that's a beautiful thing. You know, we used to call that "where that come from" money. Unfortunately, in most cases, some individuals really needed that money where it dropped into their bank accounts. And their bank accounts was already on negative, what have you, and that money's already spent. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a true blessing. Then I have individuals who's hitting me up saying, "Man, I'm going to pay off all my debt." And then I have individuals saying, "Man, I'm going to party." And either way, it's what it is. I just want to have a conversation and really bestow upon you to be wise with this unexpected cash. Not think just today, but think long term. Not just think for today. Whereas, man, I got $2,000 and it's burning a hole in your pocket. So you go to a rock lot, you buy a vehicle, or you go shopping, you go blow your money, and next thing you know, you're broke all over again. And if that's your preference, so be it. I'm not judging you. I just want to give you something to chew on and help you as I strive to help the masses to not continue to make the same financial mistakes that we've been cursed on. We weren't taught Wealth 101. We weren't taught how not to spend the whole dollar. Jim Rohn said, "Don't spend the whole dollar." And in his conversation, he was talking to his grandkid, and he said, "Let me take you to the neighborhoods that spend the whole dollar." And he took them to the projects. He took them to the hood because you're not taught. We weren't privy Wealth 101, where we weren't taught pay yourself first. We weren't taught assets versus liabilities. We weren't taught expenses versus investments. See, that's language of the rich. That's language of the wealthy. So what happens is, and I did a post a few days ago. I said $1,400 stimulus is like a sugar high, where to lift you up when you're feeling good, you're paying things, you're balling out. But then when a sugar high, you're up and then you crash. And unfortunately, people will go out and overextend themselves to the point where they're lower than where they started off the day of that money dropping into their bank account. And I don't want that to be your reality. So one of the key things that I really want to talk about in terms of assets versus liabilities. See, most individuals will spend that money, and please don't get me wrong, and I'm not judging or anything. This is what I do. So I'm speaking to you just to put something in your head where you can say, how can I use this money to come up? Not just to live that joy for today, but use that money to come up. Let the government pay for your come up, not just for today. See, if you pay off all your bills, let me just give you a quick scenario. You now have $1,400 on the lowest end, and you say, I'm going to go pay off all my debt. That's great. However, you pay that debt off, you put money back into the middleman. You gave your all that money, that lump sum of money, you put that into your debtor's pockets, that interest, whatever it was you paid. And now you're in the same financial situation you were in prior to. Whereas you're saying, man, I want to start a business. I want to put myself in a position to make more money. I want to do this and do that, but I don't have the capital. Because that's what I do. I teach people and show people how to go into business for themselves. Majority of folks say, I don't have $200 to make an investment. I don't have $200 to make an investment. Now you do. So you go and put that money into paying bills, paying off your debt. Now, don't get me wrong. If you got to catch up on your bills, definitely do so. But here's what I will encourage. Pay your rent, pay your water bill, pay whatever it is, make the arrangements, but you got to pay yourself first. You got to invest in yourself. One of the things I'm helping an individual and a few other individuals do is, and I'm just running off the top of my head, I should buy an asset, take $230, invest in the business, partner up with me, and I can show you how to turn that into no less than $600 every month and continue to grow from there. Now, the money that they gave you puts you in a position where you're on another tax bracket because you're getting the tax write-offs. They're working on improving your credit, eliminating your debt and all those things, putting you in a better financial position, and you're making cash flow. You have cash flowing in that's going to pay off your debt, pay off your bills. That's that extra money now that you'll get long-term compared to just $1,400, $3,000 short-term. Think long vision, not just short vision. Understand what I'm saying? This is so very important. I want you guys to realize this. Assets versus liabilities. Liabilities, taking that money and buying a depreciating asset or a liability like a vehicle, a bag, crazy stuff like that that brings no value to your household, does not bring no cash flow to your household. It's an expense. It's a liability. It takes money out of your bank and don't put money in your bank. Where you take just $230 or whatever it may be. You don't have to partner with me, but find a business that will allow you, and I'm not talking thousands of dollars. You don't have to spend all your money into a business. Don't make a mistake and put your money into something volatile that will take your money and swoop it away. Be careful, be mindful, and be strategic. Taking that money and buying an asset, buying a business, a cash flowing business that will give you an immediate return where you're staying liquid. And now you're building a business that's going to continue to pay you over and over and over and over again. And now you have come up. Understand this. Now you'll never have to worry about a stimulus check again. So whenever the economy is up and down, you still have your businesses, you're still in profit mode, and you're still doing very well. Some people say expenses versus investment. I can't afford that. Well, that's an expense. What you can't afford is an expense. But when you make an investment, you're looking to get a return on that investment. That's buying into a business. An expense is buying a vehicle. An expense is putting yourself in a position where you have debts and it's taking money out of your pocket, not putting money in your pocket. So it's so important, guys, and I don't want this to be a long video at all. I just want to have that conversation where, it's been a very challenging, 15 months. It's been a very challenging 15 months, and I know people are struggling. That $1,400, if you calculate the amount of time we've been out of work for those who haven't been working, it's about 2,000 something hours. If you split it all up, that's about 60 cents, $1 an hour if you really equate the numbers. $1,400, $3,000 of a family of four, that's about $5,000 that's going to drop into your bank account. Pay some of your bills. Keep the boogeyman off of you, but find a way to carve out a small portion of that and buy into a business for one, the tax purposes. Once you have a business, you could put yourself in a position for an instant pay raise. You could write off certain things like your mileage, your vehicle, your food, a portion of your home. You can employ your children. That's one reason why you make that investment to be in a business. Two is the unlimited growth potential of you owning your own business and being in position to generate ongoing cash flow that can sustain your livelihood, that can offset what you're not making at your job. Does that make sense? It offsets what you're not making at your job. And then eventually that part-time money, as you grow it and treat it like a business, will grow to be where I got folks I work with who's making a 6-figure income in their part-time business, which is pretty exciting. And that's what you can do with this money. Let the government finance your next business endeavor and let it be cool. That's soft. That's lovely. Thank you to the government for giving you a stipend. And this is the worst thing they want. Let me just say this and I'm over. They're willing to give you as much money as they need. You know, some will fight it, but they already realize by normal standards, give them the money, it's coming back. They're putting money into your bank account because they know that you won't put it into investments. They know you buy liabilities, not assets. Shake up the system, buy assets. Shake up the system, say, okay, all right, you want me to give this money back to you. But first, I'm going to pay myself first. I'm setting myself up as a business owner. So now as you set yourself up as a business owner, here's what's so cool about that. Now you're in a position where no matter who's in political power, they're arguing always for the business owner, so they're always arguing on your behalf. They're always looking to reduce the taxes, make sure the home base or the small business owner, the entrepreneur is in a good position. So you making that small investment out of the money that they gave you to become an entrepreneur. It's a beautiful thing. It's called wisdom. It's the come up. That's the true come up. Money dropping into your account where every day you spend it, it goes away. I'll give you a quick example. You win $1 million, but if you don't find a way to just keep spending the interest of that $1 million and you're just spending your $1 million, eventually that million becomes 500,000, 250,000, 100,000, 50,000, you're broke again. You still have the house. You still go do the study of MC Hammer and how he lost $700 million. When his money stopped, when his cash flow stopped, he still had to pay his entourage. He still had to pay the $30,000, $300,000, I think it was, in monthly expenses to maintain that mansion that he was in. So my whole point is find a way to take this cash, turn it into cash flow by buying an asset that can generate revenue for you on an ongoing basis. I can help you with that. I encourage you, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about, I'll send you my site. Look down in, if you're on my YouTube page, subscribe and look down into the link and go to my website. If you're on my Facebook page watching this, message me, I'll send you my website. And you'll be able to see what I recommend as an amazing business venture, which will improve your finances, improve your cash flow, and put you in a position to come up. So with that being said, guys, hey, I appreciate you. Be careful out here. I mean, they're opening, things are starting to flow again. Things are starting to open back up, but it's still very, very, very volatile and dangerous out here. I got many friends who are getting sick. I have friends who are, friends who have friends who've passed away. So I just want to encourage you guys to be safe as we move about and living our lives accordingly. I appreciate you. I look forward to speaking with all of you who looks to learn more in regards to how to turn your money and multiply it and create cash flow assets put yourself in a position to lower your taxes, increase your cash flow, and build generational wealth. So again, Benjamin McCray chiming out. Let's go and grow. Take charge.